tonight. I still can't believe it, so give me a nice big pinch. But this is true honor for me to be up here, and a huge privilege. And it's been a dream of mine and a goal since the very beginning, since I was sitting there like you guys watching the finalists of the year, and I just knew that I could be up here and I could do it. So being surrounded by the wonderful people, part of this incredible organization, is so inspiring, and there's just nothing like it. And, I have so much I have to tell you, and we only have 15 minutes to get into, so we're going to get started because I'm going to take you straight back to the beginning of everything. So I had to break the cycle, right? I can tell you, honestly, that coming up with this presentation has been more challenging than getting up in front of millions of people for a nationally syndicated television show. And that's because you've heard head trash. Everyone that's come up here, they've gone through stage one of a business. Well, for me, it's been so much because this has been my whole life, and I'm going to tell you a little bit why. But this has been a real big challenge because now I have to talk about my business and the profits and all that stuff, and all I know is training people and changing lives and my passion and my drive, which is really, who I am. So now I have to break the cycle. And I'm going to tell you my story, and we are going right back to the very beginning, but don't you worry because I talk really fast. We only have 15 minutes, so don't worry about anything. When I was born, I actually came shooting out, hard to believe, and instead of crying, I was laughing. So that's how I entered this world, and I do believe that it is my destiny to be here in a fitness professional and helping other people change their lives. But I tell you, fitness is not only my life, you guys, it's what saved my life. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. When I was just 6 years old, I had so much energy, I didn't know what to do with it. I would put my leotard on every day, and I would watch Galad Bodies in Motion and the body sculpting shows. And I just thought everybody worked out every day and did this. I just thought everybody, worked out. And it was only a couple years ago when it really did finally hit me that not everybody works out every day, not everyone has all this energy, not everybody does this. Like, in the normal world, this is the normal people. But at least I get to have a business suit on and be a business person, and that's really cool because it helps me to calm down a lot. And I have calmed down. I've calmed down a lot over the years. So these were my role models. This is what I did. I wasn't like the normal kid. I'm not like the normal person at all. So when a local gym opened right up the road, it was called Lady of America, and it was all pink and purple, and I was fascinated. So my neighbor, who was a real-life angel, you guys, pretty much, I come from an abusive home, and my neighbor, who was an angel, she took my sister and I to kickboxing so we could learn self-defense. And, this was amazing. This was just beyond, this is my whole life. That's why this story is so important. So if I cry, I tell you, it's not because I'm weak, it's because I've been strong for so long. I've always had to fight for everything in life, and I've always worked really incredibly hard. And looking back at it, I'm like, gosh, I was a little crazy doing this stuff. Like, I was definitely a little crazy, but it's made me who I am today. So my neighbor signed us up for self-defense, and the gym was my safe haven. I learned the love of family. These women, they gave me something I didn't have at home. And that's why it's been really hard for me to break the cycle, because my clients have always been my life. They're my family, and I love you guys if you're watching. But at the same time, I had a really unhealthy relationship with these people. Of course, like MPE teaches you, it's a business. You have to treat it like a business. So I'm going to tell you my story a little bit. But these people, they were like family. They gave me the love I didn't have, and I'm so grateful for it because I wouldn't have known that love and how to give it back if I didn't have these women. This only intensified my love for fitness and exercise and the whole nine. So here we go, hot and pink, all ladies. Here I am. I was only 14 years old. I didn't leave the gym, by the way. I started about 10 in kickboxing. The legal working age is 14, so they put me on payroll. And I had a key to the gym. I was in middle school. I told you, I'm not like everyone else. I was really like 27 at this point, my real age, when I was really 14. So I had a key to the gym. I was in middle school. I would walk 3 miles to the gym, and I would even open up the gym before school. During school, in middle school, I would use the payphone and call people to get their orientations in the gym. And I had every gym job imaginable. I'd work the front desk. I'd run that plant. I'd just run the whole entire gym. I'd vacuum. I'd clean. I'd keep it crystal clean. I'd work the daycare. I'd work the front desk. I just did everything. I'd run. I would seriously run. That's what I did. I would just run. And I did this up until forever. I just ran and did everything, every job imaginable in the gym. I worked as many hours as possible. I didn't want to be home. This was my safe haven. This was where I wanted to be. All right, so my story. Meanwhile, the gym did get bought out, and I actually moved in with the owners, and we renamed it Body Concepts. I was the only employee they kept, probably because I just ran around and kept the whole, I remember when I met him, I was cleaning the trash, and I was like, I gotta go do the toilets now. And I'm like, okay, it's nice to meet you. And so they fired everyone else. They kept me. Long story short, I ended up moving in with them. They became really close to me. I helped them do the whole renovation. We moved gyms. We became co-ed. I helped them do the build out, and I knew what fitness marketing was because of them. In high school, I would start the day off with jock jams. I did the morning announcements at school, and I'm like, let's go. We gotta go. And I would learn aerobics. And this was my life. So I learned aerobics when I was at the gym, and I watched the ladies behind me on the hot pink carpet, and I'd write down the steps like repeat or knee, let's go. So I was so excited I had to teach all these kids at school, so I would teach aerobics during lunchtime. Why not? Hey, as soon as I turned 18, that's illegal, working age, I was also a nanny for the ladies at the gym and the daycare. Like I did 10 things at once because that's how I roll, because you gotta make it happen because that's what you always do. So it's also live a nanny at the same time. And I would take all my money because I always had to make things happen. I really didn't have any kind of support from home. So I would take all my money. I opened up a separate bank account so that I could get certified as a personal trainer as soon as I turned 18. Woohoo! In college, this is really funny. I went to school for business marketing, or business marketing. Yeah, that's what it was called. And I only knew what it was because of the gym, so I knew marketing because of the gym. In all of my entrepreneurship classes in college, we had to come up with mock gyms, mock businesses. And of course, I always did gyms. And I didn't want to be in the groups. When you're in college and they want you to do group work, oh no, I had to do it by myself because I was very serious about these gyms. And these gyms were the real deal. I mean, if you look at this is a free trial pass for Americans Fitness. This is my mock gym. And I think it's hilarious because MPE teaches us that you need an A offer and a B offer. And I had an A offer on here. It's my free trial pass. It's so funny. In the back was all the information, for my mock gym. So that was my college life for you. All right, I moved back from college to raise my little brother. So I wanted my brother to have a life that we didn't have. I wanted to provide him with a home. That's our house in the background. And I came back to support him, and we got a nice 4-bedroom home, and right up from a school that I really wanted him to go to, great neighborhood. And Tony Little took me on as a personal trainer. And you guys know Tony Little, right? I'm like a Tony Little Jr. with the crazy curly hair. I'm ready to go. He has a lot of energy, and he does a gazelle, So he hired personal trainers in his facility, and I worked for him, and I worked my tail off, of course, because that's one thing I know how to do, is to work really, really hard all the time. I run around. I just run all day. And that's what I did, and I did that to support my little brother. So, 50 to 60 clients a week to make ends meet, to support him, and that's just all I did. Well, what happens here? Like so many other stories, we are burnt out. I've been in this fitness industry so long. My little brother graduates. Here I am now. That was hard. I'm broke. I gave everything I had. I've been working in this gym. I've always worked like 2 and 3 jobs, just like running around, working really hard. And I'm broke. I know I need a change. So at this point, I really had worked at so many gyms. Tony's gym got bought out. I was burnt out. I had nothing to show for all my years in the industry. I've worked every position. I felt like, I should be somewhere. I've worked hard. No, I was only charging $30 an hour for 1 hour session. Okay, you guys talk about devaluing yourself. Now, it gets worse, so don't worry, I'm going to tell you about it. But if MPE really heard about this, then they would probably make me do sprints because it's really bad. But it's because I didn't value myself. But I was 110% devoted to my clients, and I gave them everything I had. They were my life. They were my friends. They were my family. The problem was there was no structure. There was no respect. And in return, there was no value. So I'm doing it to myself. I'm making it way harder than what it needs to be. And of course, the only way I know how to do it, it's almost like I have to suffer. I have to work 10 million things and make it way harder on myself because that's what I know. I know what it's like for it to be hard and for you to suffer. So I feel like that's all I know. Well, that's definitely not the case. Time for a change. I decided to start a boot camp program called Booty Busters Boot Camp, all ladies. Right? What happened? I wanted the outside world to come. I put ground signs in the ground. I made flyers, put them up at the gym. All that came were my regular clients, and the 3 girls in the middle, they got discounts. They didn't pay. special deal because they have blonde hair. It's a special. Everyone gets a special. Does Publix give specials? I don't think so. Hey, but you know what? Actually, the girls in the middle didn't pay a thing. The girl on the left, she got a special. Girl on the right, she was the only one that paid full price. So I had one full paying person, Booty Bushers boot camp, hauling all my stuff to the park, teaching my abs classes, teaching aerobics, teaching all my personal training. No money, burnt out. But, here I am running around. I knew that there was something else. I knew that, I've been in this industry so long. There has to be light at the end of the tunnel. There has to be. I have a lot of energy, and I can keep running. But, I got to recharge my batteries every now and then. Something has to give, right? Tough times. So I knew something had to give. I knew there was time for a change. This was August of '09, right? You got to pay attention to the timeline here because everything happens for a reason. I'm so grateful it does, and this is so incredible. And it's like the one thing that's happened to me that's really great in my life. And so I got an LLC. I'm like, I gotta find a really cool name, and it's Total Body Results because we're total body. We're total body, and that took a while. And I got a website. I was spending money that I didn't have on these things because I knew that I had to get somewhere. One of my wonderful clients that's still with me, he would come in every day, and he's like, you're worth more than $30 an hour. You are special. You have something to you. And I'm just like, oh, thanks, let's go. And, finally, he helped me write what MPE calls a raise your rate letter, because I really did not know how to say it right, because a lot of these people, they've known me my whole life, right? So I'm so grateful for this client of mine, and he's still with me today, and he's a great supporter, and he pushed me to do this. All right, the problem was, and you guys hear a lot of this saying, we raised our prices, our people stayed with us. Well, little old me, I raised my prices, only $5 an hour, and my people, and I thought they were my friends and my family, they refused to pay this. And of course me, because I give everyone specials, you get a special because you have a yellow shirt on. Yes! Publix doesn't give specials, but I did, and it was my own fault. I continued to train everybody for $30 an hour. MPE right now, if they heard about this, oh no, I'd be outside in the parking lot doing spurts. I'd be in so much trouble, I'd be in detention because we don't do that here. And this is the thing, I had to break this cycle of wanting to feel accepted and wanting to feel liked, because this is maybe something that, I had this idea with these people for my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, these were my friends and family. But I have to break the cycle, and this is so incredibly hard for me, because this is how I grew up in the gym with these people. They were my moms and my pops. No, it's gotta change, right? All right, I now was very hurt financially and very hurt emotionally, This is hard, it's like a divorce kind of. I lost a lot of, people in my life, and I needed to learn the difference between friendship and business, okay? Then something happened that changed my life forever, and you guys know what it is. It's 3 letters. Come on, now we all know, MPE, of course. One of the first things that Camellia told me when I met her was that I needed to put my business hat on. And that's exactly what I did. Thank you, Camellia. It's on my desk. It's on my computer. Actually, it's a label that I don't even see anymore because it's been on there since day one. And it says, put your business hat on. And my little brother's like, he laughs. He's like, what the heck is that? This is my business hat, and I've had to put it on. And it's really amazing because now it really is on all the time. And I have a business hat and business hair and a business suit, and it's really fantastic. Alrighty, let me tell you, right? Let me tell you the story about how I found MPE really fast, because this is hilarious. It was the best mistake ever. How I found MPE. I got a website, so I was calling my webmaster, and MPE's information was on her Contact Us page. So I was calling her about something, probably to tell her what my big LLC was or something big, And here pops up someone on the other line, MPE, and of course we're talking, and I don't know who it was, and they're like, oh, my wife's personal trainer. I'm like, oh my gosh, no way. And so of course they got my information, and they started hitting me up through email and through print marketing material for the training event, because this is probably like August now, training event in October, right? And I really didn't think anything of it. At first I'm like, who in the heck are these people? And what in the heck is going on? And who are all these guys? Because it's all guys. And I'm like, oh my graciousness. Okay, you guys. So from here, ready, set, go. I was beyond broke. I really was beyond broke. Does this hat look okay? Should I keep it on? Oh, it feels funky. It feels funky, but I like my business hat. So I was beyond broke at this point, you guys. I knew I wasn't gonna go, but then last minute, because this is a big step for me. I have no money. I'm training people in and out. Like, I seriously have no money. And so I didn't know who anyone was, and I hadn't heard of these people, but I was reading their stories, and I'm like, what? People are making this kind of money? I've been in this industry my whole life, and I've worked every position, and this is crazy. So I decided to come. I couldn't afford the host hotel. I stayed across the street in the $50 a night motel, but I put my clothes on and I came in to this MPE and everyone's speaking a different language, ROI, margins. I'm like, what are they saying? I didn't even know what the heck anything was. I mean, but you know what? I had a website. I was like, yeah, I have a website. But I've been in this industry half of my life. I can work every gym job. I've opened gyms. This has been my whole life. But yeah, I had no idea. All these people in their suits, all these people making all this money, and people that they were talking a whole different language. I had no idea what they were saying. I mean, Rainmaker, this and that. I'm like, what is going on? Okay, then this is what changed. It was like the first day. I was writing my raise my rate letter that was a failure, and I was trying to write for a postcard for my boot camp, okay? And I had no idea what the heck to say on my postcard or my flyers. Here comes Jason Goggins up on stage, and he's showing us his done for you postcard, and he's like, hey, let me know if you want this, I'll give it to you. What? No. This is not happening. It was absolutely the coolest thing because, you know, after struggling for so long, there's a program and here's people that have something that you have been wanting, and I'm sitting at home. This is right before I came to the VIP event trying to write a raise my rates letter. I need my client to help me write it so it sounds really good, and I had no clue what to write, what to do for my marketing materials. My afro's gotta breathe here. So, you know, it was like fireworks. It was like boom, boom, boom. You guys, I was so excited. I would go back to my hotel room. We were staying across the street in this ghetto thing, and I'm just like, oh my goodness sakes, this is beyond amazing. I was one of the very last to leave, and, you know, I knew I had to get into VIP. I just knew it. I had no money. I was beyond broke, you guys. So, this is what I did. I took all the tools that I learned from this event because I was writing like a maniac, and I implemented them within 2 weeks. After my first mega training, I launched my first bootcamp program with 25 people. I needed $3,000 to get into VIP. For all you people out there that say, I don't have the money to do it, I was beyond broke. I couldn't put gas in my car. I was afraid to use my ATM card. I didn't want to check my bank account. I was going to get a heart attack, okay? Listen to this. I raised my $3,000 to get into VIP, and I had money left over to buy a grill. Yes! And I always wanted a grill because I wanted to grill my healthy food, and I used to do fitness competitions, and I'd make my food, but I'd have to build the fire in this grill. I would have to collect the wood and make a fire. This was crazy. I would smell like chicken going to train my clients. Oh, man. All right, 3 months after NPE, my shackles came off. I was free. A dream 13 years in the making finally came true. I had my own real fitness business. This was incredible. Duplicator, I hired an admin, my first trainer. There's so many of their incredible programs, you guys, I couldn't list them all on one slide. So I showed you my notebooks. I would write down everything. You see the one on the far right, it's hilarious. It says, on the business, notes for Camellia. And you know, they teach you at the beginning to focus more on your business versus in the business. So I thought that was hilarious. Goals and visions. I got everything ready. 2010, I had a new outlook, and I haven't looked back. All right, here's some revenue before MPE, $1,200 to $2,500 on a good month, and this is when people remember to pay me, because I would always say, oh, I hate talking money, but I mean, I remember one time in the gym, I posted up a little note that said, please pay trainer. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay. So here's how we grew, and here's our numbers over the years and where we're at right now. We have great margins, I can say what that is, because we don't have any overhead. We do all outdoor boot camp programs on the beach and at the park, and so, you know, we're doing well. The best thing is I come here and I think I'm doing well, and I'm not even close, because everyone here, the big guys, you know, they're inspiring me to do better, and they're showing me that I can do things that I never thought I could do. So that's really cool. All right, tough times, it's not always been easy. And of course, my first year as a business owner wasn't easy. That's Michelle and I. We didn't have a couch, but we had a massage table. We lived in a 500 square foot apartment. This was after I raised my brother, I had nothing. Moved to this ghetto. There's my car packed full of equipment to teach the camps. And that's not a tire from my car, that's a tire to pull on the beach. But I did pop a lot of tires, pulling all this equipment, so it could have been a tire that I popped. Whew, yep, all piled up. That's the door to our apartment. It was very hard. Michelle decided to go back to school for prosthetics, so she has now decided to change other people's lives for the good, which is amazing. She's going to be able to make prosthetic limbs, and she graduates this spring, and here it is. I have to support the both of us. So it's more on my shoulders, but it's nothing I can't handle because I'm strong like that. Long story short, the top picture, this kind of all came in the slide. The top picture is the view of our condo on the beach right now. Pretty cool. Oh no. Okay, growth. Life's the beach. We have grown from 20 clients to 120 clients. These are our guys. They mow the lawn, Jeff and his girlfriend, Michelle. This is just our program growing from the very beginning. We had a very small group, and every picture, there's more people. There's Rob, the guy that helped me with my rates. Every picture is showing more people. I went from a one-man show to a staff of 4. I went from 0 contacts in my database, and I had no computer, to over 2,000 contacts in my database. I went from being in debt financially to having savings, having no clear direction, to having a clear plan of where I need to be and where I can go thanks to MPE. Dreams really do come true, you guys, so be careful. Like Audra said, be careful what you dream for, especially if it's in front of these guys, because it is truly incredible, and it's changed my life. Here's some of our TV stuff in studio, NBC. Here's me with some of the hosts doing our segments that we do every month. It's beyond my wildest dreams that I now can be a role model, just like I had when I was younger, looking up to all these people watching TV with my eyes wide open, my jaw down to here. I want to be those girls with the tights and the Reebok sneakers. And now I'm finally able to do it. This is beyond my wildest dreams. It is my mission and my passion to help as many people as I can. And now I am, and I'm doing it on a level where I never thought was possible. The Biggest Loser called in March. Really? I thought it was a prank call. I thought it was one of my clients pulling a prank on me because I'd watch it, so rerun it and watch it again. It was my favorite show, and I couldn't believe it was happening. Changed my life. So many great, fantastic, wonderful things are happening, and it's all because MP, I wouldn't even know what a press release was if it wasn't for Sean. And I just knew that this was my in, and it is beyond amazing. So be careful what you wish for, you guys. It does come true. You know when you're watching someone else's story and you're like, oh yeah, that's been me my whole life. Look at everyone else. Look at, they're doing so great. And I would make excuses, but they've had parents and they've had this and la la la. But you know what? No. You can make it happen. You too can break this cycle. I'm finally at peace. I enjoy the little things like having a washer and dryer in my condo and being able to walk to the dog park with my dog and being able to take a nice deep breath and take it all in and reflect on the journey. And I think that's why this presentation has been such a challenge, because it has not been easy. It has been hard. And there has been so many cycles that I have to break, and you too can break this cycle. I feel like finding MPE has been better than winning the lottery because they help you to win over and over again. And there's nothing more that I want more than being a fitness guru and being out there. And I will stop at nothing to do it because this is what I want, and it's all happening. I have dedicated half of my life to the fitness industry, but despite my deep love for it, it has left me broke both financially and emotionally. Just like the conclusion to a movie, MPE is my happy ending, or should I say, my happy beginning. You too can break this cycle. Thank you, MPE, for changing my life forever, and thank you guys for being so awesome.